Oh, fired up. Fired up, Kale. Fired up. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Let's go. Live from the studio here at DNVR HQ, a.k.a. the DNVR Bar, where tomorrow we will have another watch party here at the DNVR Bar. Serbia versus, who we got tomorrow? Portugal tomorrow. Should be a great one. Should be more competitive than yesterday's game. Yeah. And what's better than like leaving work early on a Friday? Is there anything better?
It was great. Yesterday I had to get out of a meeting.
Yeah.
And I was just like, sorry guys, I got to watch Jokic play.
When that hits your calendar, that's like, man, I really wanted to go over,
especially because of the Eurobasket schedule. Scheduling these watch longs in the middle of the day, that's going to get us out of so many meetings.
Oh, it's so good. It's
got to block off these 2 hours. Jokic is playing.
We got great stuff for you guys today. Some little news notes to hit. We're going to talk about the personality of the team. Is it ever different? Do we exaggerate that? Will it be different with new people in here influencing it? And then I looked at the stat sheets, you guys. There's some records that might get broken this year.
Oh, nice.
For the Denver Nuggets. Brendan Vogt's here.
What's up, gang? How we doing? Rocking a Denver Stiff shirt today.
Look at that.
Old school. Home.
That's honestly still one of our best shirts of all time.
It is. And it doesn't really fit me anymore, but I love it.
That's right. It's not going to keep you from wearing it.
It's not going to keep me down.
Over here, Harrison Wind.
I'll never forget when you gave Will Barton that shirt at training camp. And
he wore it.
And he put it on immediately.
Man, I'll never forgive the people that turned on Throne.
Well, I mean, they're not real ones.
They're not real
They're
ones.
they're not real, man.
It's actually the first question on the test of real ones.
There are a lot of questions on the test. That's one of them.
I want to remind you guys that we have the new thing, the Supporters Club. That's the YouTube membership. It's what we're calling our version of the YouTube membership. For $5, you get access to a whole bunch of emojis. For $15, you also get some behind-the-scenes content here from DNVR. So hop in, support us, and just unlock some of those. All right. Guys, we didn't talk about this. I mean, we mentioned it very briefly, almost as a footnote. But Tenzer, Wallace, a.k.a. Ben Wallace, and Josh Kroenke were all in Riga last night to watch Nikola Jokic. I love... What was it? Eric Spoelstra went to the warm-up game in Belgrade to watch Jovic play, and then you would see the people, that's what real support looks like. Ours would never. And then it's like, guys, that was a practice. But there they were to support the big fella.
I feel like the Nuggets organization has actually famously done this stuff. From Malone to the Kroenkes to the... They do.
I mean, Calvin went over there last year to woo Dario Saric.
Well, I was just going to say in the woo department, consider this another timeline where you're still maybe checking in with Jonas Valanciunas as well. They have two guys to check in with over
A lot
there.
of checking in going on.
And look, even still with the decision made, face-to-face time with Jonas can't be a bad thing, I would think. So,
did you see the picture that the DNVR Nuggets account tweeted out of those two there? I don't know if Kale could bring it up. It's Ben Tenzer and Jon Wallace both talking to Josh Kroenke at the same time.
You're going to do this? All right, I love it.
It's just a great picture.
Go ahead. Let's body language expert here.
As we know.
This is a painting, isn't it?
Right. You see Josh in the middle. Nice haircut. He's keeping the beard a little more trim these days.
I think it might be a stash look. I digress.
If you just look at the evolution of Josh Kroenke, he used to, look like, what was the movie where...
Careful, man. He watches.
What was the movie for the Adam Sandler movie? Billy Madison. He has that little Billy Madison to him, right? But he has evolved all the way up here to this.
I would say it's a real billionaire's look.
Yeah, he's walked into the billions for sure.
I like to imagine, like the tweet says, that they're both trying to convince Josh to sign Abramovich.
Oh, I like it.
I like.
You see, he could defend, and he's got this energy.
That
we
dude
could use.
is nice.
You know what I like about this imagining is it looks like Josh is buying it.
Or he's faking like he's buying it.
You think he looks like he's buying it?
Oh, well, he's considering it.
He looks like, guys, we're saving money on a 15 spot. I told you guys.
That's a good point. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. We're maintaining
I'm going to take
flexibility.
this opinion to heart and talk it over with the brain trust.
No, it is we're making some jokes here, but it is serious. Like it's cool that they're out there supporting. It's not easy to get to Latvia. So I think it's pretty cool. Another thing I'll tell you as I think about this stuff, because I have All NBA coming up right after this with Tim Legler on Eurobasket. I didn't realize how hard Eurobasket was going to. I don't know why. Maybe just because we're in our own bubble where it's like this big deal. It's really not a big deal out here in the U.S. and you can't even get the game. You have to download the Courtside app and then pay for the games.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of big media partners, it seems like they make it a point whenever these tournaments happen just to make like they don't exist.
Right. Yeah.
Like they try to not cover it to an extent to where they just try to erase it. Like it's not actually going on.
I mean, the realness of this is, I don't know, was it 15 years ago, ESPN lost the rights to NHL and they just killed the NHL. They're like, well, pretend it doesn't exist then.
Right. Right.
So you're right.
Like I just remember when, we went over there for that Jokic-Giannis game when we went to Serbia a couple years ago. And that wasn't even like a Eurobasket game, but it still had stakes. It wasn't even like a World Cup game. It was a qualifier of sorts. But you have Jokic and Giannis playing. Like, why wouldn't you want to broadcast that if you care about the league?
Right.
But because they just acted like it didn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that there's probably some complexity there about ownership rights and everything. Like, they're not going to buy the rights for it, so they'd almost have to like lend it. There's some things, moving parts there, but
plus we're such a FIBA AmeriCup obsessed culture. That it's just hard.
Yeah, we're just in the
America's
own
up.
cup.
It's on every TV.
Yeah, it's on every TV out here.
By the way, if you guys did not know, USA plays Uruguay today, 3:40 p.m.
That's insane.
In what?
The FIBA AmeriCup, Harrison.
Yeah, there's Eurobasket.
Is that like Langston Galloway?
You're not locked in? I think that's a good guess. I think that typically, historically, is the type of player that's on that roster.
I think he's been a bucket for them.
If not literally the player.
But it is a shame because the games, I mean, they do feel smaller than obviously the Olympics and obviously even of the FIBA World Cup. It just feels smaller because there's no Team USA. But it is like I'm watching Lowry Markkanen last night and he's fun to watch in this.
Oh,
because
yeah.
He's just like has to do everything.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. And so there is some NBA players that have some intrigue, but alas.
Langston Galloway is on the team. So is a guy named Speedy Smith. So I kind of want to watch now.
Can you imagine if he's not fast?
Smith. He's slow. That'd be awesome.
Speedy Smith.
Jack Cooley, Summer League legend.
No way. Jack Cooley is worse than I thought.
Jerry Ian Grant is on this team.
Okay, Jerry Ian Grant.
That's
so
big
yeah, there you go.
You got to give me the
Javonte
lowdown
Smart.
on Speedy Smith. Man.
Yeah, he's a guard. Let's
give me the bio.
Let's open up the profile.
I need the
here.
bio.
Born January 28th, 1993. He plays in Turkey. He's a guard, and
where do you go to school?
I don't know.
Doesn't have that information.
I don't have that info.
Here's another story for you guys. ESPN, in their off-seasonness, has done a roundtable of sorts where they've asked all of their writers to pick who has the best chance for winning the conference this year. Unsurprisingly, the Oklahoma City Thunder came in with 106 points. This was weighted first, second, third, what have you. Denver Nuggets firmly in second place with 50. So fewer than half of the votes or points, at least, of the Oklahoma City Thunder, but 15 more points than the Houston Rockets. Only other team with points where the Lakers and Timberwolves each have 7. Golden State has 2. So at the very least, we look at this and say, okay, Denver, people are not sleeping on Denver to be very good. They just think the Thunder are better.
Harrison, we did that tiers list out west, where I think Eric was with us, and we had some fun doing that. And obviously, the Nuggets guys are going to have the Nuggets up there. Like we're close to this. After that kind of an offseason, we think this team has a chance. But this is more, I think, than just sort of the local bubble, right? I honestly think the objective look at Denver right now is, probably the second best team out west in terms of just what they've got going on paper, their ability to win across 82 games. Obviously, Houston's going to be in that conversation as well, but I don't think it's sacrilegious at all to put a Jokic-led team that had a great offseason above a team that still has some questions to answer. So Denver here at second makes all the sense in the world to me.
I think it's because the Nuggets made moves that you don't have to be a basketball savant to like understand.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson for MPJ. Not hard to see that move when you see what MPJ's been saying this summer.
There you go.
Do you think that's why?
Absolutely, that's factoring into it. Absolutely.
MPJ has somehow inflated Cam Johnson's value just by...
The trade is looking better and better and better.
Oh, man.
It just is.
This is a prisoner of the moment, I think, a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
But this is a prisoner of the moment survey.
Hey, it's well argued.
Also fair.
They needed depth. Oh, they got Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bruce Brown and Jonas Valanciunas. Great. Coaching. And everybody seems to like David Adelman. Seems like they made a good hire. So you don't have to be, Adam Mars to know the Nuggets had a great offseason.
To win the finals, here's what's interesting. Number 1 is Oklahoma City Thunder with 101 points. Almost the exact same as they will win the conference. Same people voting to them to win. Denver Nuggets, 36 points. Cleveland Cavaliers, 27. Houston Rockets, 21. Knicks, 11. So not only does Denver have the second best, according to this survey, to win the West, they also have the second best for the finals, meaning they think Oklahoma City, Denver, should they meet, that would be the real finals.
Which is, really just kind of further hammers down the point of viewing Denver as possibly the second best team in the league, right? If you would still give them that many points knowing the Thunder are there, like knowing that that's an obstacle they have to clear, whereas the East is a pick'em right now. And even still, some people felt more confident seeing kind of Denver as a team that could emerge and win than a team from the East. And it also is a statement on the East as well, which is just... You could pick the Knicks or the Cavs right now. Those are the two teams to pick. I don't know if anyone feels super easy, picking either team right now. And I think there's two real good teams in the West with a third team that is pulling up a seat to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a lot of confidence in Houston. That's interesting.
I mean, third in the West. And then they just factor in the fact that conference, whatever, someone's eating out. Here's the thing, and I've mentioned this before. When I picture this Nugget season, I picture them playing the Thunder. I picture them playing the Wolves. Maybe the Clippers and, some of these. I just don't picture them playing the Cavs or Knicks. And I don't know why. I just don't wrap my hand around. Like, that's
what about the Pistons?
Or the Pistons. I'm just saying I don't picture the finals.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? I'm like, they got to
to
get over this.
Yep.
And then what? Then you have to finish.
Then you
could be similar to 2023.
But at the same time, Cleveland, New York, they both play a style of basketball that I think is actually tough for Denver. And they're almost a lock to come out of the East. I mean, things happen, but, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just we've always do this. We don't think about the conference because who knows? That's such a wild card.
Right.
It's the Boston thing, I think, a little bit too.
Yeah, we saw them coming and it didn't happen.
I mean, I still go back to this. Like in 2023, if the Nuggets and Celtics had gone to, 3 straight finals somehow, and they split the first 2, and then in 2025 it was a rematch or whatever for the best of 3, like that would have been something for real. Like that had the potential to happen, but them dropping off, it's like it's really just tough to imagine anything in like a finals type setting.
Yeah.
So here's the last question before we go to break on this, but I don't think we can say nobody believes in us. This is not a nobody believes in us year. But they're not picking them.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of believes in them. Not really, but kind of believes in them.
That's a good slogan for the season. They kind of believe in us.
Nobody totally believes in us.
A lot of people believe in us.
Here's what I'll say. I do think it allows the Nuggets to maintain their underdog status, of which they've traditionally been, but also to be able to have the expectation that they deserve. I feel like it's a good middle where neither of those narratives will quite fit. Nobody believes in us and we're favorites.
Yeah, and I mean, they're 2 years removed from the title, so it's...
Yeah.
They've no longer earned the immediate benefit of the doubt on just... I think people are still giving them some version of it because they have Jokic and they just had a great offseason, and I think they're right to. I feel equally optimistic about this team, but it's not... if it were 2023, you'd say, well, they deserve to just be the outright favorites. They've got to go take that back, right? So I think this makes sense where they're at.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, on the other side, our headline topic today is about personality changers on the Denver Nuggets. There's a lot of new personalities. We're going to talk about how much are those people going to affect just the personality of the team? How much did Russ last year? All that on the other side.
Denver's best roofers are on DNVR's team. Go with the pros at Red Hawk Roofing. Get your roof checked once a year. It's preventative medicine for the home that you pour your life into. So make sure you're covered with Red Hawk Roofing. There's no project too small for these guys. They're your go-to for everything from minor repairs to full roof replacements on your home or business. You can build long-lasting relationships with them. They'll build long-lasting relationships with you, whether you like it or not. Quality materials, decades of experience, quick response time, free no-obligation roof and property inspection, free in-depth photo report for all inspections as well. You can't always see how bad the damage to your roof is from the ground. In fact, I will wager that you never can. Support Red Hawk Roofing like you support us at DNVR for all your roofing needs. Hit them up. RedHawkRoofing.com, 720-771-8921. Tell them DNVR sent you.
Shout out Game Time, an incredibly easy to use app, and they're giving you the Game Time guarantee when you use this app, meaning you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. That's what Game Time does. The closer you get to the event, the better the prices get, and they're trying to connect you, the person who realized at the last second you want to go, with the person who realized, hey, I can't make it tonight, and they're selling that seat. You can find it at a premium price with that Game Time guarantee using Game Time.
Game Time.
Game Time. I've used it to get into Rockies games, concerts, comedy events. It's been a friend in my pocket as I navigate the great city of Denver. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets, by the way, with Game Time. You can download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Tap ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
Alrighty, we are back here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Tomorrow, we got another game, another watch along as well.
Portugal.
What
do you know about Portugal?
They got an Alaskan.
What?
They have an Alaskan.
Who?
Harlow wrote it to me. Let me find his name again. Our homie Harlow is the one that brought my attention
and
to it.
And they have names.
Name is Queta. Trevante Williams.
Oh, Trevante Williams.
Yeah. He's an Alaska native.
Gotcha.
But somehow on Team Portugal.
Gotcha.
So that should be exciting. If we think back to last year, there is no, I think I can say this. There's no bigger
person. What is happening?
I don't know. I have these turned off, but they keep playing.
How does it happen? Do I trigger it with something, Cal?
I literally don't know what's going on.
Hey!
It's playing like animations and everything, and I have it turned off.
If I like the show, will it do that?
Yeah,
it will. It'll throw a little thumbs
do it.
up.
I want to see it.
I just did it.
Everybody do it.
Everybody thumbs up.
I don't know if there's a bigger personality in the NBA, or in this case, not in the NBA anymore, than Russell Westbrook. So when we talk about how much do individuals impact we talk about culture a lot, right? I think that part's clear. But personality. And I would say that as I think about it, Russ did affect the personality in a lot of ways. It was a fast team. I think it was an edgy team. Maybe it was a little bit of a wild team in some ways. But is it too easy to overstate that a team has a personality that evolves like this? Are the Nuggets a fixed personality, I guess I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I think you always will flow from your best player a bit, right? We've heard that time and time again. And the Nuggets are a team where that top two isn't changing and hasn't changed. So from that standpoint, to some extent, it's fixed. But I don't know. I mean, I think we've seen varying degrees of personality from respective Nuggets teams. We've seen some really quiet, boring teams. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I really don't know if that matters inside a locker room or not. We've also seen guys like Bruce Brown who have sort of brought a lot of life to a locker room. So it can change year to year. It has changed year to year. I've always been aware of that kind of axiom that it starts with your best player. And obviously Jokic is a unique personality.
Yeah, definitely starts with your best player. But Jokic is the type of personality where the team can have a lot of different personalities because he can shape and shift, in ways to fit other guys too.
I think that's probably fair, although I think I lean a little bit more to what Vogt's saying here, which is that Jokic anchors you in a personality that it can only move so much. You know what I mean? Like if you're anchored here and you add these other ones, it doesn't, you don't become dramatically different.
Like you're going to be in between the 40 and 60th percentile probably always.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so I do think there's a lot of truth to that. And I'm going to ask a meta question here because this is what I think about sometimes.
Sure.
I enjoy covering this team and I enjoy exploring new dynamics of it. Meaning like I wonder this year in our 10th season covering it, how much is different so that we feel like we're exploring new territory with them? Not just new storylines, but it's like, no, this is a new map we're making of a team versus we're almost rewalking the map.
Right.
In a new season.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, we walked this in fall, now we're walking it in winter, but it's the same hills, the same whatever. Versus, no, we're in new territory. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, especially because the door kind of feels open for that possibility in a way that I would say since I've been here, it hasn't.
Right.
Like a real fundamental change, I think, to the team as we understand it. Seems like it's on the table this year, starting with that big question, I think, of what are David Adelman's fingerprints on this team? What does that mean? What does that look like?
Yeah, like is this 22 Jump Street or Hangover 3 or something where it's all right, it's the same movie, but they're in Bangkok now.
Or are we watching a different movie?
Or are we watching this is different?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, are we going to ask the question, what's the personality of this team?
I'm building towards that. All right. But I want your take on this. Just the meta-ness of it, of like, are we seeing Hangover 3 this year? It's slightly different. They brought The Rock in.
I could be, yeah.
Fast and Furious 9 or whatever it is. We're like,
I mean, it's
different this time.
Well, you have different leadership
Jason
in David
Statham's
Adelman. I mean, you have a different producer, you know.
Yeah.
So it's going to feel a lot different even with the same characters.
I'm curious, honestly, what people think of this. Let us know in the chat and in the comments, just because I think it's new and it feels new, but the newness might just be the result and some of these other little things, but it's actually the same arc. And
I mean, it
Year of Jamal?
Yeah, yeah. It could,
well, I mean, that's us. That's not the team. I don't think the team is in their group text right now being like, guys, think it's the year of Jamal?
Is this the year they get a 10-game win streak?
What about Zeke?
Can he break out? All right, when we talk about actual personality impact, though, I think by far the number one person who's going to impact the personality is David Adelman.
Yes.
Because I actually think outside of Jokic, the person who affected the personality of the team more than anyone else was Michael Malone. Now, what's interesting is, and I like him very much, David Adelman doesn't really have much personality. At least that he shares with us.
I would agree. As far as coaches are categorized.
And yet, I do think that that's the biggest personality difference of this team is that they just have a new person at the helm from the coaching spot, and we don't know what impact that'll have. We know it'll have an impact, but we don't know in what direction.
In what direction on and off the court, right? Like the identity of the team on the court and everything that flows from there in terms of what personalities sort of arise or empowered. And then also just we've talked about this concept. I think we've tried to put words to Michael Malone as really ultimately in a lot of ways the face and voice of the organization through the years as Jokic ascended to what he became. But Malone was the guy I think really who, like, all these quotes and all these, like, the personality, the team's personality, a lot of it came from him, right? Yeah. And so with him being gone, just what does it look and sound like? Right, to talk to this team, to hear from Adelman, but also to watch them play basketball, and like as different communication styles are empowered or discouraged, just how does that impact the entire operation?
From a personality standpoint, when I was doing these like look back at the years, 2018 was the most boring year ever. I think it was 2018 or 2019 when it's like Millsap and Gary Harris. It's like you just had a lot of guys that were just not going to give you a whole lot.
Quiet.
And I wonder if this year we kind of feel that. The games are fun. You blow the whistle and the game is on the court because they just have this beautiful style and stuff. But if it's like what really comes out of practices, what's going on with the team, that's storylines, and it's like, I don't know, they're kind of quiet. They do their job. They're precise, and then they go home.
I think that's the case with a lot of contenders, though. I mean, there's not a. I mean, there is a lot of unknowns about this team, considering they have a brand new coaching staff. But I mean, in terms of the players, I feel like everybody's pretty much a known commodity. Yeah. We pretty much know what everybody's going to do this season, aside from some of the young guys, Julian Strawther and Peyton Watson.
Yeah. I think Malone brought a lot of personality to this team, and there was an edginess to it, a toughness, all these different things. Yeah. And I think part of the arc of his, 9 years, I think 10 years maybe here, of what it was that once he lost or the control started to slip, the voice started to slip, it's like that also dissolved. He still had it himself, but the team didn't necessarily have it in his stead. Or
it's like once you win, you can still play the nobody believes in us card, but it doesn't hit quite the same.
It's so true.
Once you win and then you're favorites to win again.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of it. But David Adelman, the personality, I think he's going to change it, but I also wonder if it's just a little bit more calm. And let's be honest, Malone was very good at setting narratives.
Oh,
when you go to a practice, like he gives you this is how I want you to think about this team.
Nobody will ever do it like that.
And I don't know if David Adelman even cares to, because I think Malone cared to. Like he thought about those things quite a bit. I don't know if David Adelman cares if we get it right about what the team is trying. I think he'll convey.
David Adelman, sneaky online.
I agree with Harrison. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
In the playoffs, I thought because again, like we
reference your exact tweet.
It's actually it's kind of alarming, to be honest.
There's the first 3 press conferences where it's wide-eyed and happy to take every question, and then like these things change, right? Like preferences emerge, like what kind of you see what kind of questions they do and don't like, what they're responsive to.
The Westbrook benching thing was the first one, I think.
That one. Here's the thing: you didn't have to be that online for that one.
No, but
that was such a big deal.
I actually thought there was a little bit of like.
Everybody's saying I benched Westbrook. Well, actually, I just subbed him out.
Right. I thought he was very in tune with what the Denver columnists were writing throughout that run.
Okay.
One way or another, I would put it that way.
That's fair. I think I'm just not online. So.
You might not be online.
I think this is the problem.
I mean, it's also his first playoff run. You know what I mean? It's like he's an interim head coach in a playoff run. Like I think how would you not peak? Like what are people saying about
That's
him?
a good point by Ish in the Toyota chat. Last season would have been so boring, if not for Russell Westbrook.
Like him or hate him, he gave us stuff to talk about.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any other way David Adelman might impact the personality? Again, this isn't about good or bad. It's more about texture.
Whatever it means of a full season of having the players talk to each other more than he talks to them, whatever that dynamic is, that they were all, every single one of them, 2 ahead mentioned, right? So does that change anything? I don't know the answer.
Here's what I'll tell you. What you're saying here is that it's not about his personality. It's about the space his personality allows for other people's personality to arrive.
Correct.
I think that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And that would be a good thing.
This one's going to be so fascinating to track throughout the season because that was something he came in on day 1 and said that he wants to be different from Michael Malone.
100%.
Like, I'm going to let the players have ownership. We're going to talk things out. I want their input. It's their team.
Right.
I think he said that.
Cam Johnson, somewhat similar to David Adelman, not the most compelling caricature in terms of like going to give you the thing that you run with and kind of make a thing of. But does he bring still a personality to the team that just gives it? It's okay, we're a little different now because we're now a little bit more this.
It's his smarts. It's his IQ.
But that is smarts a personality?
Yeah, because I think it's the way he thinks about the game. Like how he plays the game is predicated on how he thinks about it.
Are the Nuggets a little nerdier then? Or is nerdier different than smarts?
I think they're a little nerdier. Absolutely.
Yeah, attention to detail oriented as a group.
Nuggets this might be their most Spursian year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Cam is kind of maybe the door for that, building that kind of narrative outside of Denver because like he's going to go on the old man in the 3 and talk about the spacing and the ball movement alongside Jokic. And the non-Denver based NBA nerd is going to love that.
I mean, I think the Denver nerd will love it as well.
No, I mean just
as
far, because we outside of San Antonio, we all have an idea of what the Spursian thing is, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, kind of permeating that messaging outside of the local.
So there'll be a precision to them, an intelligence to them, but those things almost come at the expense of personality, at least so far as we're working down this list. Is there anything else Cam Johnson brings personality-wise to the team? Maybe more reach because of, I guess that's what you're saying. Maybe like more. Also, just sometimes there's a thing when somebody who has fans elsewhere, like Suns fans love this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like now they're going to be paying a little more attention. Nets fans. Should they exist? I think they do.
They probably like it.
There's just not a lot of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's take another break because on the other side, I want to get to Bruce Brown, Big Val, Tim Hardaway Jr., and one mystery person that might bring a new personality. We'll get to it on the other side.
If you're in the market for a home, American Financing, they got to be your go-to. And now's a great time to buy a home. We're in a buyer's market, which means you got the upper hand. More homes on the market right now. Competition is down. Serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. If you're a first-time home buyer, got to go with American Financing. because you can save an additional 1% up to $10,000 on your home loan when you work with their partner, American Home Agents. So American Financing, they got a lot of great things going for them. It's time to step in. If you've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to buy a house, if you've been thinking about it, now's a great time to buy. Do it with American Financing. Don't let the 20% down myth stop you. If you could buy a home right now for as little as 3% down, and with down payment assistance programs available, getting into a home might be easier than you think. 303-695-7000, 303-695-7000. It's AmericanFinancing.net. If you're a first-time buyer, use these guys. See you right there. Customers save an average of $800 a month. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
If you're looking to get up to the mountains one more time before the season truly turns while the sun is still shining, you got to get there in a Toyota. It's a safe, comfortable, sleek ride. You know, depending on, no matter what kind of Toyota you're taking up there, you could be looking for that kind of hybrid experience, the four-wheel drive. You could be someone that's looking to take like a real SUV up there, a real truck up there. You might be looking to, push the vehicle a little bit, see what it can do. No matter what kind of mountaining you're looking to do, no matter what kind of Coloradan you are, there's a Toyota that's right for you. So visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
Let's go places. All right, back here, segment 3, DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Make sure you hit the like button. The next guy is Bruce Brown. Now, he's already been here. I do think Bruce affected the culture his first time around.
Yeah.
And I think that Bruce Brown has the chance to affect it even more now that he is a returning cast member, because the fan base loves him even more. You always need that guy that gets the extra cheer when he checks in and all those different things. I think he'll be that guy this year. And on top of all of that, we talk about it. Russ brought enormous amounts of this, but the Nuggets need toughness. They need bad guys. They need villains, and I think that's what Bruce gives. So if the team's a little nerdier, Bruce injects maybe a little bit of like the bully.
Yeah. But I think Bruce is a really smart player too, in terms of how he thinks the game and his basketball IQ. Probably a little underrated because he does give off the public or the front-facing image of toughness, fighter,
ferocity.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. I completely agree. I mean, I think he gives them some of that FU.
Yeah.
That they'll lose some of that with Russ, but Bruce brings it back for sure. Specifically to the opponent, just he gave them an edge. I thought he and Malone combined to give them a sort of edge in the pressers during the playoffs that I really liked, that I thought was befitting of a team assuming its place as actually just better than everyone. And Bruce is not afraid to kind of get into it with individuals, with benches, with teams, but in an exclamation point way. Like, it wasn't a distraction. It was yeah, that's right. That was a 20-2 run. What are you going to do about it? And I thought this team lacked that prior to Bruce's initial tenure.
Screaming at the bench.
Screaming at them. Remember defending Mike? Like, it was pretty specific, but he kind of had a quote at D'Lo that like referenced a D'Lo quote from years ago.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And like he just kind of...
He was mocking him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something about like...
About not wanting to be that guy defensively.
Be that.
Yeah. And Bruce just gave them that knife's edge, I thought, personality-wise.
I think the other thing Bruce brings that's an important personality trait is connection to the city. Yeah. And like the Nuggets, Jokic is obviously our guy.
Great call.
Aaron Gordon is Mr. Nugget. Jamal is our guy too, but is that like, what's the connection there? Maybe that grows over time. CB, like these are guys that are liked as the players of the team, the representatives in this or that. But there are some guys that connect. And I wonder if Bruce Brown is just that guy. I mean, he's always spotted at places. He's happy camper buying drinks. He's at concerts. He's doing stuff. I wonder if it sounds simple, but it might be important that he's that tether to the fan base.
And he just wants to be there so desperately, and so hilariously, unabashedly, even when he was tenured with other teams. I think that goes a long way. Honestly, we've talked about this a lot over the years on the show. It's honestly awesome that there's so much money in the sport that all these players can get paid, and that this league, by all rights, does not look to be going anywhere anytime soon. That's all great. There is a growing kind of a red velvet rope disconnect between the fan base and the players, I think. And anyone who's more of a conduit, right, and less of a mercenary for a fan base, I think is a huge plus to like the fan base personality and the culture of rooting for a team.
Yeah. Also because there's just so little loyalty these days. Players to cities, teams to players. So when you have a guy that actually has those qualities and characteristics about him, when you have a guy that actually does display loyalty,
feels 10 times bigger.
It feels way better than it would, 20 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, what about Big Val? Big Val, personality. What does he bring to the team?
I have no idea.
Good beard, good hair.
Good beard,
Great
good
beard.
hair.
Great beard.
He does look like he belongs in the mountains.
Yeah, mountain dude.
I mean, he looks like it at least. Is this one not much? I mean, is the backup center not able to bring? I mean, DeAndre Jordan's a huge personality. I don't know that I would say his personality rubbed off on the team.
Yeah.
Or impacted.
I mean, I honestly don't really know a lot about Big Val's personality.
Is it possible? We've always dreamed about
what if he's a jokester?
Well, I mean, again, I've heard, fun guy, whatever. But Steve, we've always wanted the Steven Adams, Nikola Jokic, because we just think those two personalities would be dynamic. He's got a little of that in him.
Does he?
Yeah, the big guy that's like, he knows how to play the big guy.
I'm with Wind. I have this as a TBD. I don't know. I think we'll find out, and I'm excited.
Would you? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how great would like a Jokic, Big Val, real friendship?
Oh, it'd be amazing. I mean? Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be really great.
Like they have a little thing where they're always doing the.
No, it would be awesome.
I think that would be incredible.
Like, awesome. Is he in Yoke's inner circle?
I mean, we'll find out.
Well, I mean, another dynamic is losing Vlatko.
You're right.
And I mean, that's a member of Yoke's inner circle. So
all right.
1 in, 1 out, maybe.
As you were talking about earlier, a little addition by subtraction. Subtract personality from Adelman compared to Malone, but add personality and fill in the vacancy. Is it possible? This sounds so crazy. This is what we're doing on August 28th. This is the most meta, ridiculous thing I could possibly think of. But is it possible that Yoke doesn't have his release valve of Vlatko, so his personality bursts out more?
Was Vlatko holding him back?
I'm going to say absolutely not. But I appreciate...
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate...
Here's maybe what you're saying. Was Yoke too comfortable?
But he's just like...
with his inner circle being the same for so long.
And now he has to like go out of himself a little bit. Okay, that was
you know
ridiculous.
What? Maybe.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
August 28th, or maybe. Tim Hardaway Jr.
This is a good grade.
Vet, professional.
A little, I'd say like more personality, like a 6.5 is average. He's above average. He has a little more to him.
His clothing definitely has a personality.
Clothing has some personality. Probably.
I mean, Tim Hardaway dresses like he's made hundreds of millions of dollars in the NBA.
Well, he's made a lot of money.
I'm serious. Yeah. Like he dresses like that.
Backup players probably can't affect you that much unless you're Russell Westbrook.
But Tim Hardaway Jr., there will be a story probably at training camp where it's David Adelman or Julian Strawther being like, man, I watched Tim Hardaway Jr. to shoot 100 straight threes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think Tim Hardaway Jr.'s career accumulated earnings are?
120.
154.6. Damn. His dad made 49.
Yeah.
All right, I digress.
Yeah, you digest. I think that there could be, it's less about his personality, but more about a trait that causes a personality. You got a lot of shooters. And maybe the Nuggets' personality, I mean, the Warriors' shooting was part of their personality. Yeah. Their personality fit the fact that they shot a lot. They shot a lot, fit their personality. The Nuggets could be a team this year that's like you remember last year we were talking about 20-plus threes. Celtics did it every single night. The Nuggets might be that team where you're like, 3 games in a row of 20-plus threes. And that's the personality. They let it fly.
Yeah, I've thought about that. And I think giving the bench has had such a young, naive energy, for better or worse, often the latter. And I think it might be like a little bit more like a healthy fearlessness, you know what I mean? Of just sort of like, there's like so much tension in the non-Jokic minutes and stuff. And I think Tim is just like, young fella, just shoot the rock. That's what I'm going to do at least.
Yeah. I can see it. All right. The last one I have for you, and I think it's the most interesting, and it's Jamal Murray. And we didn't do players that have been here because why would you expect anything different? But I am curious if this is the turning point for Jamal. And he has a personality. That personality has been a little edgy, a little thorny. And to be honest with you, maybe even a little removed in some ways or aloof in some ways. I do wonder, though, if this is the year, based on some of the things I've heard, that Jamal is trying to take up that mantle a little bit more. And if he has a larger presence in the Nuggets sort of personality ecosystem, that too would change them, I think, quite a bit.
For sure. Because, I mean, he's the best player that we've talked about on this list so far. Most impactful on-court guy by far.
And Jokic's personality is somewhat even.
Yeah.
Murray, when it's up, it's like there's a difference between like the emotional locked-in version of Jamal and the one you get on an average day in November. And if you don't get that, if you get more consistently that other one, I do think the Nuggets then are a team that has a little bit more, we're ready for this, a little more screaming, a little more dribbling through Lonzo's legs.
And leadership, too, which I think kind of emerged last season. Jalen Pickett stands out to me. I believe
behind the scenes, yes.
I believe the other one was Zeke Naji, actually. But two guys that
is he failing at leadership? Sorry,
that's two rough examples. Huh? No, two guys that kind of mentioned when it came to confidence. They specifically shouted Jamal out as a guy that helped them build it, and I thought that was a very interesting note of the season, and probably the first time we'd heard that kind of stuff about Jamal. Who's what? I mean, he's 28 now, so I mean, kind of natural evolution. I think as far as Jamal, how old is Jamal now?
27, I thought.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, is it 28?
28. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of a natural. He had like the core are the veterans now, and so is that part of Murray's evolution as well?
No. All right, let's finish up with a little game here that I have. Not really.
But what's going to be the actual personality of the team, though?
The actual personality,
because I think it's going to be we're just going to outsmart you. We're going to outplay you and outsmart you.
I think it's precision. Yeah. It's smart. It's a little...
and I think the biggest reasons why are Cam Johnson and David Adelman.
It's like, if you think about UFC, there are the fighters that are doing this and they're doing the stuff like that. And then you have the guys that people might say are boring because they're so technically proficient.
Floyd Mayweather.
Boxing, for sure. Like,
although he had a personality too.
Well, he had a personality off in the ring.
Outside the ring.
Yeah, outside the ring. But there are some fighters where it's like, man, he just tackles you, he gets you and wears you down and wins by decision. And the Nuggets might be a little bit of that. They might dominate in a way that's like, they're just...
I could see that.
You know what I mean?
Jokic 30, 15, and 10.
The way
they just dominated.
You watch like a jaguar, the way it hunts. It's not like this crazy stalking and chasing or something. It's just like very precise. Got it. It's done.
I mean, I think you guys might be right. I just as an adjacent thought, I almost wonder if they're missing a little bit. I wouldn't mind to see them get a little bit of the edge back, though, of the kind of angry, of the kind of something to prove, and just the. I mean, even in these down years, both eventual champions have kind of listed Denver as. I think first Tatum said, like, once Denver lost, we kind of knew. And the Thunder said, that was the series that really had us sweating. And Denver actually still has maintained being that team, but they almost feel like they're not walking and talking that way anymore. Like, they lost it. And so I wouldn't mind Bruce and Jamal and like a little bit of like, you got to play the Nuggets tonight and it's going to be annoying because we're going to beat you and I'm going to let you know about it.
I like it. Let us know what you guys think the personality will be. It's like we're high on the Nuggets, low on personality, maybe a little bit. Oh, we'll see. As we go in now to some records that could be broken this year, always fun to kind of look at. Here are some things that could happen this year. First, why do I have career this is first triple doubles, right? Jokic is 39 triple doubles away. We've talked about this one a lot for a career lead all time in triple doubles.
Right.
We've already talked about it, so we'll just go quickly. But here's the thing: he has to get off to a hot start because I would love us to be counting down this all year. That would add an interesting texture to the year if we were like marking it off. 38, 37. But the only way we would do that is if he gets like 6, 7 in the first 10.
Yeah, he needs a hot start.
If you have 2 in the first 10, it's like, all right, this is almost certainly not going to happen.
Yeah. A hot start would be great. And then, I think he can get it.
Let's pray for a hot start. Games. Jokic is currently 92 games away from first all time as a Denver Nugget. Wow. So he will not get that this year.
Right.
But he is only 57 away from second, which is Dan Issel, which, by the way, he's already... all the Dan Issel ones, because if you do NBA only, already passed him, ABA, WBA. So every time he always has to break his records twice.
Yeah,
I remember.
But if you combine them, which I would do, because the Nuggets existed in both leagues, if you combine them, he's 57 away for the second most games ever played by a Denver Nugget.
It's
an underrated thing.
Crazy.
I love this. And I didn't even think it till I saw 92 away, which would not be till the
Next
season
year.
following. I mean, it would be too much to say I almost got emotional, but the 1% of getting emotional, like, man, it's, first of all, that's right. Like he should be the leading all-time games played player for the Nuggets, but just that we've all gotten to see it all together, you just kind of realize the breadth of what we've watched and their evolution from kind of young guys that might do some stuff together to the veterans of this team and the only champions the Nuggets have seen.
By the way, he's only 2 behind Byron Beck, so he'll be 3rd, which again is Alex English, Dan Issel, Jokic. That to me is like, yeah, those are the guys I think of that played for a long time for Denver. Byron Beck before my time. Jamal Murray can climb to 5th if he gets 47 more games. That one feels more shocking to me than the Jokic one.
5th.
I don't know why. He could be the 5th most games in Nuggets history.
So who are the top 5?
English, Issel, Beck, and Jokic. And then Jamal.
I mean, if you were naming figures of Nuggets history,
or potentially Jamal.
Should we do a Mount Rushmore?
But just
Real
like
quick.
right, like if you were just
Impromptu
naming
Mount Rushmore?
if you were just naming historical figures for the Nuggets, like how many would you rattle off before you got to Murray? You know,
well, it's funny to think of like Carmelo, you know, because he was the number 1 guy. But when you start to say, oh yeah, he's played more games than all but the 4 names in the rafters.
Had a triple double in the finals alongside Jokic. You know, I mean, we all have our particular perspectives and or frustrations on whatever the Murray experience is, but it is undeniably like deeply woven into whatever the Nugget story is. I mean, Jamal Murray is an essential figure in this franchise. This is history.
Offensive rebounds for Jokic, he's 379 away from 1st. Man, what happened to my notes here?
I don't know what happened to him.
I don't know what happened. They somehow got messed up. I don't know. I think he's 55 away from now. Now I'm all messed up.
Oh my God.
Murray assists. We'll go to assists. 236 away from 5th place all time, which feels cool. I think when you think of like great passers in Nuggets history,
your top 5
Top
in a
5 is
franchise's history is ridiculous.
yeah.
But you said Jokic is 55 away from 1st in offensive rebounds.
I mean, now I'm questioning my own self here
there you
because
go.
I got my doc is all crazy.
This is like when 9 News put up that fake Micah Parsons quote about the Broncos. Can't trust the graphic the rest of the season.
I am correct. I was correct. It's 100. What did I say?
About what?
I don't know what you said. I don't know.
Yeah, he's 55 offensive rebounds away from 1st, which would be nice. He's already number 1, I believe, in defensive rebounds. So, yeah, he is. So that's just another cool one. Number 1 all time. But I just like the idea of Jokic being top of as many of these leaderboards as he can possibly be.
Of course.
So there's those. Murray 5th away in assists, 236 from 5th. Steals, Jokic is 121 away from 2nd. Wow. I believe he averages about 100 a year.
Easily the most overlooked part of Jokic is contributions on the court are the steals. Like it just still he's top 5 in steals in the league. Like it's a completely overlooked because you just bundle the entire.
Vogt. He actually just takes all these chances and then leaves the backside of the defense wide open. So he's actually not a good defender.
Right. I mean, it's such a funny irony because look, he's not a good rim protector, but he's incredible at deflecting and steals, and it's like a big part of the Jokic experience.
Never fouls.
So in 2 years, there's a good chance he is top number 1 in points, rebounds, assists, and steals.
Beautiful.
Points, rebounds, assists is the big 3, obviously.
And then
for him to be number 1 in steals.
Just like, by the way, he was that good.
Yeah.
Be great. Jamal Murray is 60 away from 10th. 92 from 8th, which is very realistic. 60 away, he'll get that unless he gets injured, knock on wood. 92 from 8th is realistic. I think he averages between 90 and 100. And then 118 away from 7th, which is possible. So steals even for him. And then lastly, Jokic is only 68 blocks away from 7th place all time.
That's
just volume.
He's not going to wind up number 1 in blocks.
Volume.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's Mutombo.
His single season record is 34 triple doubles. We all know that. So there's another thing, and that number keeps growing. So it does feel it would be nice to keep seeing it rise.
Yep.
3. Here's a fun one for you guys. Michael Porter Jr. set a record last year, 220 3-pointer field goals made. Could Cam Johnson pass him? His high is 159, but he doesn't play that many games. That's the biggest thing. But he does make more on average. Mm-hmm. and maybe in this system. Like, it's awesome MPJ got it, but it would also be awesome if that was a 1-year record.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure somebody else will break that eventually too.
Just the way the league is going.
Where you have 3-point shooters now. It is crazy though that Mike did that on a team that didn't shoot threes. You know, like he really was the guy. He and Jokic were the guys shooting threes.
Realistically, though, spend a second on this one. Do you think that is possible?
I'm going to say no because of availability, but it's possible. Also, maybe he is available. I don't want to like pencil. I hate.
I don't know why he has
unavailable.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. He has this label of an injury.
Well, it's because he never plays more than 60 games.
Yeah,
but like, is he actually injured or?
That's a great question. It's a great question. I know it's a great. And I don't. It doesn't.
It was last year, by the way.
I always hate penciling in injuries. Like even with guys like Kawhi and KD. Like or they might not. You know, like I don't know, but it does.
It is fair to say that if he hasn't done it, we should expect him not to do it.
That's the logic.
Yeah, that's the logic. Assists. This is such a fun one. You guys remember this? I had to be reminded. Jokic came up 4 assists shy of Ty Lawson's single season record. Ty Lawson had 720. Jokic finished with 716.
Yeah.
But this year we think there's a chance he might pass fewer minutes.
Jokic might have like 50 more assists this season than he did last year, man.
But he also might not.
Well,
37. I'm saying 37.
It might rain tomorrow. It might not.
37 and a half minutes or whatever. Like it might.
The minutes thing is I do. Part of me wonders if we're getting ahead of ourselves with the Jokic not playing so much thing. Like I believe in this team.
No, but even if
he might just be at 36. That's so true.
You know what I mean?
But even if he does play a little less, he's going to score less. We might be getting ahead of ourselves with that one. We think he's going to score less, and they're going to make more shots.
Yeah.
More assists.
I think so, Harrison. I think so.
It would be another fun countdown. Just again, he has to get off to a very hot start. You have to kind of see it coming. But it would be cool to watch. And then part of this is just play a couple extra games. I mean, Jokic last year, he plays in 70 games and he gets that number. What happens if he plays in 72 games? It's a lock.
It's a sneaky part of last year is by Jokic standards. Yeah.
I mean, you would hope Jokic can play in like 74 games this year.
On a lower minute count.
On a lower minute count, but that feels about healthy, what you'd hope.
Yeah.
And then my favorite one was effective field goal percentage. Jokic's 66% is just such an absurd number. But part of me goes, you know what? This is the year. Maybe more so than anything else, that would be my favorite. It's just watching Jokic, his 2023 season, which is head and shoulders above every other one in NBA history. Although if you look at the top 3, 2023 Jokic, 2021 MPJ, 2025 Christian Brown, 25 Jokic, 22 Jokic, Nene, 24 Jokic, 17 Jokic.
Shout out Nene.
Guys who are dunking, right? Like they're just dunking.
Yeah.
But Jokic's 66% effective field goal percentage on the volume he put up in that championship season is so ridiculous. And yet, that's the number I most am like, hey, if he averages 24 or 25 a game, I'm not going to be mad. It's just, does he make it almost every time he shoots it? More so than ever.
Right.
So last year, the 3-point percentage becomes outrageous. But he kind of at the rim dropped off a bit, right?
It was because there was more bodies. Yeah,
more bodies. But yes, not so. In theory, right? You're looking at
fewer bodies.
Yes, and the marriage of I'm a 3-point shooter again plus the 2023 rim stuff.
Yeah, that's why I think it's possible. That's like exactly the argument. And what is he shooting in Eurobasket? Is he 2 for 2, 4 for 4, something like? Has he missed? Do you remember?
I don't think he missed.
Kale, can you look? Yeah, see if we can find. Yeah, look it up. Because I don't remember if he missed. And part of me wonders if, I don't think he's going to be reduced as much as he is on Serbia. But there is a chance that it's like this is the year Yoke's buckets are largely... I'm open here.
I mean, sometimes...
He was 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
3 or 4.
Sometimes he missed the 3.
He missed the 3.
Oh, that's right.
Sometimes Serbia does use Jokic like he's... Big Val.
This might be because we're not too far away from our half court heaves, big bold predictions.
Yeah,
one of mine might be that Jokic has a missless streak that goes like 2.5 games.
I would love this so much.
He's had one of those.
Has he?
I think
multiple games without missing.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I believe he had a stretch of 4 games where he shot 17 of 18 or something a couple years ago.
It would be fun to see if he could push that to 25 consecutive makes or something, spanning 3 games.
Yeah.
Where it's he had 3 games where he didn't miss a shot.
Yeah.
We have to think of absurdities to come up with half court use.
Well, I mean,
for
the
him.
100-point game I am predicting happens this season.
I think the NBA
He was
record,
on track for about half of the Wizards game last year.
I mean, fellas, it is a Wilt record. So
Oh, no way. What is it?
Put
You
it on
guys
the
think
board.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
The 100-point game is on the table
No,
this
not
year.
that one.
The Wilt holds the record for most consecutive field goals made in NBA history with 35.
35
is insane.
Can you imagine if that's like the 100-point game.
I think Gafford made a strong run at it.
Yeah, you're talking about Gafford
but he was
efficiency.
only
Lob.
dunks.
Lob. You're right. That was right. Gafford had that.
Yeah. Yeah, but could Jokic do it as a 1A?
How bold am I willing to get this year? Because I like this take because I can see a run where the team is in such a groove that he's like, all right, I'm going to not shoot unless I have to. And it's 6 of 6,
Yep.
7 of 7.
Yeah.
6 of 6 again.
I'd be
You're
so
like,
into that.
and we're sitting there counting like 24.
We're at the bar, every shot that's on the rim, we're like, oh.
And I kind of feel like it would get to a point where Yoke is also cognizant of like, okay,
Oh.
I'm only taking great shots now.
Yeah.
It kind of would get a little ridiculous, I think. But it'd be amazing.
This is like when Jamal was 1-3 away and he tweeted it, tonight's the night.
Tonight's night.
But in his defense, all-time follow-up tweet.
Tonight wasn't the
Tonight
night.
was not the night. Great point by the chat. Jokic might have to give up the heaves. For
Oh,
that.
you're
Well, no, they don't count.
Oh, they don't count. Let's go.
Look like it's back on the menu, boys. Oh, hell
Don't
yeah.
count.
What about this one? 57 wins. Possibility of it falling.
Yeah, I think they can do it, actually. I mean, that's really aggressive. But
Sure.
It's another one you have to get off to a hot start. But yeah, I would love it so much if all year long we were kind of following that one. It's tough because I think the Thunder are going to win like 64.
yeah.
And then I'm not sure anybody else is going to win more than 54.
Yeah.
So how much are you chasing this? But
Right. But they're better than the team that won 57, I think.
yeah. That team
Or
got
could
really
be.
hot. That team got really hot though. Like, and that's really again what it takes is you need those little hot streaks.
Or maybe that team was good and they just blew it. There's that too.
Are there any other thoughts you guys have? How about this? The 20-point threes. This is another one. This is like the team style. The Nuggets just couldn't do it last year, and it was so maddening.
The threes.
Yeah, just make 3-pointers at like a,
Nuggets actually looking like a real basketball team this year.
Let me see how many games they had last year. I don't even know if they had a single. There was only a handful of teams that only had a handful.
You could take a screenshot every game that would
They
go
had one game.
viral on Twitter just with 4 bodies parked in the paint defending Yoke last year.
Here's what's,
Like every single game, man.
here's what's so funny
We're not going
about
to
it.
have to deal with that this year.
These are the types of details you forget. But the Nuggets had one game where they made 23s or more. They had 21. Do you know what game it was? Guess what Jokic's stat line was in that game?
Was it the Timberwolves game?
No. It was his 30-20-20 game. So if you make 23s, there's a good chance you'll get 20 assists.
That's what I'm saying. More assists.
There's a good chance that if you just make your threes.
How many 20 assist games for Jokic this year?
That's
3?
so good. That's
3
so
20
good.
assist games?
What's his all-time high in assists?
I think it's 21. Yeah.
Oh, 21?
It was 21.
I think he'll break that this year. I think 25 assists is on the table.
The record's 23, right?
I'm looking at it right
Scott
now.
Skiles?
22. His record is 22 in 2025.
22. No,
yeah.
I think Skiles' record is
30.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
30?
yeah.
He had to have been assist hunting in that.
Well,
He
part
had
of
to be doing what Richard Jefferson claims Jokic was doing. Assist pattern.
part of this is if Jokic has 30. I guess that game did go to overtime. They almost lost it, if you recall. But 22. It's just so hard for Jokic to have 30 assists and not destroy whoever you're playing.
And then you're sitting in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, so it's just so
like
tough.
the year to get 30 assists might have been last year because they were just triple teaming him.
Yes.
And that wasn't the defense was not going to change regardless of how many threes Russ hit.
Oh man, we got a super chat, Kale.
Hey, it's from Maddox. Cam will add class that will make Denver media darlings. I think that's a different version of something we were saying earlier of like,
Cam Johnson is very classy.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Media. Okay, I read that weird. Not Denver media. We'll make the Nuggets media darlings. I was trying to decode
Yeah.
that one.
Nobody
for a second.
hates Cam Johnson. He's a very likable guy.
He is a very likable guy. Maybe too likable. All right.
I know. It seems like he's never done a wrong thing in his life.
don't slip up now, Cam.
Yeah, not now. Kids, do you like to Eurobasket? The Nuggets are back tomorrow against Portugal. Or, I'm sorry, the Nuggets. Team Serbia is back tomorrow against Portugal.
Nuggets.
Where are you from, man?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Estonia went exactly how I thought. Portugal, I think the Serbia is going to beat them pretty good.
Yeah.
But I do think they'll be pushed a little harder. But I just think that
that's not saying much.
It's not saying much. So I'm excited for it. Make sure you're tuned in. Or if you want to play hooky at work, sneak out. Say, hey, I got to run an errand. I'll be back later. And then just don't come back later. Come to the bar. Watch the game. No one will even know. Hit that like button on the way out.
We all silly like the mayor.